Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Huskers and Enemy Territory. Today, we were going to talk about the November 7th matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, let's get into a little bit of history between these two squads. The all time series is tied 3 games to 3, with the last meeting on October 22nd being a 24-16 win for the Vikings. The last victory for the Ravens came in December 8th. 2013, where the Ravens won 29-26 in Baltimore. Now let's talk about some of the strengths of the Ravens. They are currently on 3 seasons in a row, or 3 consecutive seasons in a row of making the playoffs. The rushing attack will once again be something to look out for, especially with the way J.K. Dobbins finished the 2020 campaign. He had 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. Also, with the emergence of Gus Edwards having 723 yards and 6 touchdowns, that allowed the Ravens to get rid of or release Mark Ingram. Uh, so, another aspect I was thinking about was the way that Lamar Jackson played in 2019. You have to really think that with another year under his belt and having the 2019 MVP type of season that he had that year, that he'll probably bounce back and have another not really same type of year, but something of that sort. So I believe that'll be another strength for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, if you're enjoying today's episode, consider a like and comment. How do you feel the game will go between the Vikings? Will they win, or will the Ravens pull off the victory on, I believe it's October 22nd? But I'd have to look real quick. Let's see. The game is on. Dang it, where is it at? Here we go. November 7th. I should have known that. I should have written that down, honestly. Also, getting back to the point, consider a subscription. It only helps the channel grow, and it's free to you. And now, back to weaknesses of the Baltimore Ravens. Key loss of Matthew Judon will hurt the overall passing defense and sack production of the team. It says here that linebacker Matt Judon signed with the New England Patriots as a free agent. Judon is one of 4 NFL defenders to compile at least 200 tackles and 50 tackles for loss and 30 sacks in since 2017. So that's going to really hurt the Ravens overall on their defense, and it'll be interesting to see who will pick up kind of the linebacking mantle. I'm not sure who they picked up in terms of the draft. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't really say. I mean, looks like they got a guy out of Notre Dame, Dalen Hayes, and Ode Offie away from Penn State. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be really hard to, you know, whatever you want to say, replace a player like Judon. So it'll be interesting, honestly, what happens with that position, to tell you the truth. Also, losing Orlando Brown will hurt, considering that he is emerging Pro Bowl right tackle, left tackle, and considering that they traded him to the Kansas City Chiefs, and being that the Chiefs are basically the team to beat in the AFC, it's kind of confusing on why they traded him to the Kansas City Chiefs. You just have to wonder that if Some other teams in the NFL didn't really want to pay what Baltimore was willing to pay, and Kansas City maybe just got a really good deal. They had a first round pick that was kind of low in the first round, and Baltimore was basically just looking to get at least the first round pick out of a deal. I'm not sure the whole trade specifics, but you have to wonder, was that a really good deal in the end? Um, so after all that, let's get into a prediction for the game. Even with the losses of some of these key players, I feel like this game could go either way. I don't know. I have a feeling that it might be a really tough game for the Minnesota Vikings, considering in the past it's been real hard for them to contain a running style quarterback, like the dual threat type of dude. Looking at Russell Wilson. Um, I don't know who else is kind of in the league that the Vikings have trouble with, but just Russell Wilson always comes to mind whenever I think of the dual threat type of quarterback. Chase Daniels sometimes would always give us trouble. Mitchell Trubisky, he kind of did that little dual threat type of stuff. Um, yeah, there's a few guys that just would always give the Vikings, headaches during the game. I might give this one to the Baltimore Ravens. It'll probably be a close game. Maybe they beat us by 3 points or maybe a touchdown or something. Or I could totally be wrong and the Vikings just roll, like they usually do against some of these AFC teams and they pull off a victory, It's hard to say. Yeah, I'd probably go Baltimore Ravens, I don't know, 27, Minnesota Vikings 23. But we'll see. I think the Vikings do have a strong team this year, and so do the Baltimore Ravens. I really expect the Ravens to probably make the playoffs once again, as I do with the Vikings. So it'll be interesting. I can't wait. It's one of those things where I kind of like both teams. I've always kind of liked the Ravens ever since they moved from Cleveland. Plus, I really like the helmet and uniform. Maybe it's because it has kind of the same color scheme as the Vikings in a way. I don't know, but so yeah, it was interesting to kind of look into what the Ravens had to offer this year, and I can't wait to do the next game. I'm not sure who the Vikings play next, but uh, that'll be interesting to see what happens for next Wednesday. Next up will probably be either Nebraska or maybe Michigan State or even Maryland for Friday's episode. So look forward to that. And this will be the end of the video. I appreciate everyone that has watched my previous videos. And as always, go Big Red.